Let all the mountains be forgot and never climbed upon. And let 2025 be a year the Patriots actually compete for the playoffs. It's a fresh 2025 edition, which is tomorrow, of Mahomes Mountain.
Ooh. Wow, a little Patriots edition there. I like that one. That's a good one. I was lied to.
Who said what?
I was told that was the best of the year.
And what did I say?
I didn't say you lied to me.
You're not the one that lied. You said
told the truth.
I sang Auld Lang Syne.
Who sang that song? Who sang that?
Someone 400 years ago.
Whoever
Like a
it was.
Scottish.
Let's keep it that way.
Brew loves that
Bro,
joke.
you always fall. Everybody falls for that
It's a
joke.
song that's 400 years old.
Oh my God.
I honestly, can I tell
It's the idea that I was like drinking
before we get to
spaghetti.
the mountain? It really does seem like Brew just became familiar with that type of joke. But like, hey, who's that singer? Let them do it. That
Why do y'all
joke,
all fall for it?
And
Every time I say it, y'all fall for
Brew
it.
has been doing this regularly. It's like he just discovered knock-knock jokes and he can't get enough of them. All right, to the mountain. All right, listen, we took the guys who could be drafted off the mountain because I
liked it.
You know what? I liked it too.
Cam Ward?
But then Cam Ward and Shedeur Sanders, and as you're going to see from the bottom part of the mountain, obviously those guys deserve their places more than others, but it's the final regular season edition of it, so we just kept it to the 32 teams. I don't know what the Browns are doing with DTR and whatever. These are the teams.
I like
they all
Spencer
need
Rattler
quarterbacks.
a little
bit.
Except for Cooper had to fall off.
You're right.
Oh, sorry, Greg. I didn't mean to do that. Row 7. Listen, I understand that there are certain New England Patriot fan media members that swear Drake May played great and has played great all year.
Yeah.
I'm not, I guess YouTube TV's not giving me that feed of the Patriot game. So I saw the one where he had 117 yards and some reckless runs. He drops down the mountain. Russ, honestly, he played his worst game of the year. I was going to drop him off the mountain because he should have dropped from where he was with their worst game of the year, but you can't put him off the mountain with these other guys, especially when look who's on the mountain now. Aiden O'Connell, you win back-to-back games, I guess you're on the mountain. Drew Lock, that game was unbelievable by Drew Lock. I will give him credit. And also, I understand that Brian Dable's all angry. Look at what happens when you have good quarterback play. Anything's possible. Hey, Dable. Whose decision was it to start Tommy DeVito over this guy? Was that Joe Shane or the owners, or was that your brilliant decision? McCorkle, There you go, Wildes. Happy New Year to you. Kyler and Rodgers, they can't believe they're in the row with these guys, but it is what it is. Row 6, Mountains Fair. That Thursday night game was really bad. Caleb drops.
Wow, shocking.
Pardon? You think the Mountain's being biased? It's shocking.
No, he's got great potential. I'd have him way up there.
No, he drops. He dropped because the Mountain is fair. CJ, his team scored 2 points, none of which was he on the field for. Again, I would have liked to drop him, but I can't. Again, the bottom part of this mountain's not great right now. Michael Penix, he's fine, stays where he is. Joe Flacco, out there slinging. He was the one called that was ready to play. McAfee, you owe him an apology. Also, McAfee, talking all about dysfunctional franchises, and tomorrow Aaron Rodgers on the team. Okay, got it. Bryce Young stays where he is. Mountain's fair. Even though Brock Purdy, for the third straight game, threw a crippling, back-breaking interception, he was so good in the first half, we moved him up. It is a perfect passer rating in the first half. They scored a bunch of points. He moved up the mountain. The mountain is fair. Row 4, row 5, I guess it is actually. Jordan J, no, he slipped down the mountain, bro. Jalen Hurts and Tua stay where they are in an off week. Geno, again, he was on the other side of that kill. It's not great, but he stays where he is. Again, I don't know if I can drop him, put him where he is. Bo Nix moved up even in a loss. The bomb was awesome. He had a 4th and 11 to seemingly save the game that he converted. He moves up even in a loss. Not quarterback to wins mountain. Row 4, Big Show. This guy has been unbelievable. And this is where what you're going to see is these top 10 guys are, there's not going to be a ton of movement, and they're all playing great. Big Show, awesome.
Yeah.
Jaden, we just saw it. Justin Herbert, played one of the better games of his career against a Patriot team that's got, you know, a lot of potential. And Matt Stafford, after the 1-4 start, they're now resting in Week 18. I think he has a 102 passer rating in his last 7 games, even though Cooper Kupp is out to wilderness. It seems like, you know, his body, maybe has betrayed him. Speaking of body betraying him, I think Jimmy G's starting Week 18 for the Rams. Exciting for Brew. Jimmy G, primetime. Row 3, Allen Darnold, Goff. It's the same as last week. All 3 guys played awesome this week. There's no movement possible because row 2, both those guys played awesome. Lamar and Joe Burrow. And then row 1, Patrick Mahomes. He played, but technically it was Wednesday, but he was awesome too.
He was.
It was great. So I just don't know what to do at the top of the mountain. The mountain is in postseason form already, Week 17, because Week 18 we didn't have to move anything around. There's the mountain, Week 18.
It really is in postseason form, and I got to give you credit. I focused on really the top half of this mountain, and so I was looking at the mountain, and I'm trying to figure out, man, who can I talk about? Who can I move up?
Yeah.
Who can I move down?
Yeah.
And I just wanted to highlight Baker.
Highlight.
Yeah, I just want to talk about
That's what
Baker
you do when
Mayfield.
the mountain's perfect.
When
you
the
just zoom in on a piece of it.
And Nick
Good job, Greg. I missed you.
baked with this mountain.
Oh, Nick baked.
Yeah, Nick baked
Like
with
I
this
cooked.
I get it.
Like, but Baker Mayfield,
Oh, you don't like that?
like he likes his old man jokes, and he
No,
wants
but
us-
he's gonna. The reason he doesn't like it is because he's about to tell me how bad the mountain is. And
Yeah,
we're building
I'm
it up.
shocked that Greg
Yeah.
just soft pedaling this.
No,
We know ball.
Look at when you think about Baker Mayfield, like this is a guy who has his team right now as it stands in the postseason, has to get a win. He has been the one constant with this team and has been absolutely lights out. If you want to look at his numbers, if you challenge me, look at his numbers. You can put these numbers up with Jared Goff. You can put them up with Sam Darnold. Now, I get it. They have the wins. Clearly, this guy is going in the right direction.
You know who
with a
doesn't have the
bullet.
wins? Who you can put the numbers up against? Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow. I mean, when you look at these numbers, this has been Baker. This has been without his best receiver this year, which was Godwin.
Oh, yeah.
And then Mike Evans was out for a few weeks. Like
Still
thi-
might get his 1,000 yards.
Baker has just been lights out. And I think if you looking at this team and they make the playoffs and you get this version of Baker, they can. You
Scary.
talk about a team that can beat anybody.
Yeah.
That's a team
And they'll
that
be
can
at
beat
home.
Either
That's a
Minnesota
team
or
that can
Detroit,
beat any.
probably.
That's a team that could beat anybody in
right,
the NFC.
Here's the thing. They could brew because the Rams are resting everyone.
Yeah.
If Tampa wins and the Rams lose, Tampa's the 3. So then all of a sudden it's not Minnesota or Detroit. It's either Washington or Green Bay.
Yeah,
Baker,
I
Jordan
want to
Love.
avoid Minnesota.
Well, the Rams don't care. McVay is
they're
resting
like,
his
we're in.
people.
Yeah.
Josh, fact check me in my ear on this, but I think since the start of last season, Baker Mayfield leads the entire NFL in touchdown passes. From start of 2023 to right now,
How many did he have last year?
I don't know it off the top of my head.
He's been great.
If I'm wrong, Josh, just tell me.
been
If I'm right, run out here with a sign.
he's been-
Brew.
All right, so-
you just heard our
thought that
Steve.
was good.
I'm right.
Hey.
Josh, thank you.
That's not the spirit of the segment, though.
It
to
could
come
be.
on here and-
Why not?
Piss
It
up.
could be.
Hey, it's
So
the
I'm
season.
going to have 2.
I buy that.
Wait,
I'm going to
why do
have
you have
2
two?
because Greg didn't have a criticism. he just sat here and
You
praised.
opened up
You
a
know,
Pandora's
this
box.
is so
He wants to
awesome.
go through every
Dusty,
guy.
get the blind reveal ready and let me know when you have it ready because I'm going to go there. All right, so first I am switching Jaden and Darnold. Kind of like my MVP ballot.
What?
And then look, Darnold's
Moving
been great.
Darnold down
What?
after this week?
Jay, it's not about that.
He beat your Packers.
I can't move
Jay,
Goff.
no.
I can't move Goff down. I can't move Josh down
Why can't
But
you
Jaden
move Darnold
has-
down? Why can you move him down?
because Jaden. Let's see the graphic. Jaden's numbers versus
This is a graphic.
Darnold's.
Jay,
Jaden's number.
well, you told him to get the blind
Total
reveal.
yards per
Dusty
game.
and Sham.
Oh, Jaden's more because he's run for almost 900 yards.
2 yards is the distinction.
Touchdowns, turnovers. I mean, that balances out when you figure that Darnold has 7 more turnovers. Passer rating, give it to Sam.
He's not giving it to
Completion
him.
percentage.
Yes.
But I'm saying, look at these numbers. He don't have a Justin Jefferson, with all due respect to Terry McLaurin. He don't have an Aaron Jones. He's his team's leading rusher. I mean, I'm just saying, They're supposed to win 4 games. He don't have Brian Flores on the defense. His defense gives up points.
Hold on. They're supposed to win 4 games. The Vikings have exceeded their.
They have exceeded their expectations, but last year.
More than Washington.
But last year, those expectations were crazy. Because last year they won some games too. And then year before that, we know they won a lot of games. So I'm just saying, like, Jaden ain't so.
Darnold just cooked your Super Bowl.
Darnold is having a great year.
And you want to move him down.
I'm just saying Jaden is too. Here's the second part.
Why didn't you do it to Goff?
This is for Greg.
Yeah.
Purdy and Geno.
Oh, my gosh.
Switch Purdy and Geno. Here's the numbers. Look at this, Nick.
I'm guessing the other one's Geno,
Yeah, it's Geno.
I knew that wasn't going to work. As soon as you called for it, it's not going to work.
I mean, I'm sorry.
Well,
Purdy's numbers are better across the board.
Geno's got him beat in passing yards. Look at that.
No, he doesn't.
Oh, I misread it. Sorry.
He got him beat in completion percentage.
Yeah,
That's it.
What
are we doing?
You know what he also hasn't beaten?
And all the injuries Purdy's had.
Game-losing interceptions.
Well, really? Because he got 15.
Yeah, well, they have.
I think he leads the league.
Opportune time.
I'm just saying, what are we doing? What are we doing?
What do you mean?
How can Brock not be ahead of Geno?
Brew.
That's all I'm saying. So I had to pick it up because Greg just wanted to kiss up.
Purdy up. Even though we got a real-time display of him against him
scored 4
and
touchdowns.
his GM having an existential crisis.
Can I share something really quick?
Yeah, go.
I'm in playoff mode. I'm not talking about guys who are
exactly.
What are we doing?
What are we doing?
I'm not talking about bottom feeders.
Yeah,
And the fact that you're disrespecting Darnold.
I know what happened.
The fact that you're disrespecting Sam
I'm
Darnold.
not.
Yeah, you are.
Just by saying Jaden should be up there.
Why didn't you pick Goff?
Because I think Goff's been better. I think Goff's better than Darnold.
Okay. You think Goff is better or Goff has been better?
Is and has, but they've both been great. Darnold's been great. I'm not dissing him, but somebody had to come. I think what happened when you told Nick don't buy us Christmas gifts.
What does that have to do with me?
He bought Greg a Christmas gift.
No, I didn't.
He didn't buy us Christmas gifts. He spent that money on Greg. That's what happened. That's what happened.
No. I just buying the staff lunch.
I'm also in playoff mode. And I'm not. And I moved off this take, but I'm not ready to move off Russ altogether. Just want to move Russ up, switching with Caleb. I know you're thinking like, oh, well, Russ lost 3 games in a row. Caleb's lost 10.
That's not what I was thinking.
That's what you're thinking. He lost 3 games in a row. First thing that went through your mind, he lost 3 in a row. Caleb lost 10 in a row.
Russ is coming off literally his worst game of the year.
Against
How can
who?
he move up?
Against who?
The Chiefs.
Exactly. Or the Chiefs good or is Russ bad? Don't say both. Don't say both. Oh, the best defense I've ever seen in my life. Look, the 85 Bears out there.
never said
Oh my
that.
God, Chris Jones out there didn't even play.
Chris Jones didn't play in that game.
And that's how good they are. Oh my gosh.
I like it.
They're so good.
I like it, Wild.
Here's how Russ has been doing. And I understand the elephant in the room, the statistics in the last 3. Who did he play? The Eagles. Great defense. They have the #1 passing defense. The Chiefs have the #2 scoring defense, and the Ravens are getting better at defense. And you know what? The Ravens have the #1 reputational
Well, then, you know
defense.
what? So, all right, sorry, go ahead. You're still cooking. Sorry.
Iron sharpens iron. He already went through a playoff gauntlet.
So
that's what I
all
like
right,
about
so then I have a question for you, KW. Because you know who Russ has this week, of course. The team that you think is absolutely terrifying but has a terrible defense. Cincinnati.
Yeah, he should. He should cook.
He should cook.
He should.
And the Steelers should win, right?
They should, but you know, they don't have to go all out necessarily.
You're
Mr. Rest.
I'm just curious.
Everybody get
Russ,
on a hammock and chill out
who you
on
want?
flip-flops during an NFL game.
They're going to play. The Steelers are going to play their guys because they're playing for something. Playing for seeding, maybe for the division. Are the Steelers with Russ scarier to you than Cincinnati?
Yeah, you know why?
I agree.
2 reasons.
Coaching and defense.
And old Russ is back. Now, granted, he's fumbling a little bit, coughing it up a little bit, but he's running the ball again. First 8 games, hey, remember Russ doesn't run. Last 2 games, he's out here moving. A little bit like Patrick Mahomes. I'll save these rushes till it really matters.
Please don't compare Patrick.
What?
Please don't do that.
Win a Super Bowl.
Brew did
Final
that all last year. Blind reveal, Nick. I'm gonna trick you. Here's one guy's numbers and another guy's.
I don't like new stuff. Okay. You know what I like? I like a quarterback who's won the Super Bowl. I like quarterbacks been in the Super Bowl. You ever get in an Uber?
So wait, go ahead.
Career playoff wins.
No,
Russ
I know. I was
Russ is
doing the math
#2.
in my head.
I think playoff football is different than regular season football. Tell a story about Uber driver.
Sorry, go ahead.
You know what type of Uber driver I like? 64 years old. driving gloves. Hey, you want to type in GPS? I know where I'm going. I've been driving for 35 years. Thank you. I don't need, oh, hey, brand new. Maybe type in the GPS. 17-year-old Uber driver. No, thank you. I like experience to get where I'm going. No playoff jitters, getting nervous. That's Russ. When the playoffs hit, get ready.
So two things. One is, it just occurred to me that in the AFC playoff picture right now, Mahomes has 15 wins and the other 6 quarterbacks have 17 combined. That's what I was doing in my head. That's unbelievable. The second thing is this. I agree with you, Wildes. I also like get on a airliner and you just look into the cockpit and you're like, I think this guy was an Air Force pilot 30 years ago.
Love it.
Isn't that, I totally
I love
agree.
it.
There is, however, that does experience at some point becomes weight. It's like, what's your oldest relative that you would like, yeah, you can drive?
But we're not there yet.
Well,
That's
for
Aaron
NFL
Rodgers.
quarterbacks, we're
he's
butting up
36.
against it.
He's 36.
He's an old 36.
He's a young 36.
Okay.
So the running back.
Okay, all right. Listen.
I believe in Russ still. Everyone's out on the Steelers. I'm in on the Steelers.
Can I just tell America something and we'll be done? Wildes just cannot abide Caleb being a row ahead of Drake. So he did all this Russ stuff to just move Caleb down.
So don't get me wrong. He lost 10 in a row.
How many games has Drake won all year? All year, how many has he won?
I think 2.
2, yeah, it's 2. It's 2.
And lost 10 in a row. Losing 10 in a row is a lot. That's just a lot of games to lose in a row.
That is true.
It's just losing in a row.
That is true.
It's like you can't lose that much stuff in a row. If you lose bets, but if you lost 10 in a row, like,
I've lost 10 in a row before.
Take that purple tie off while you at it.
Exactly.
Why?
Because you're disrespecting Darnold.
Ravens?
Take that.
That's
Ravens
Ravens purple,
thing.
not Vikings.
Not Vikings. This was a good open. You guys guessing it.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get more from the show and to check out clips from other shows on FS1.